And now we're learning something more about something being called mass releases. It's when hundreds of migrants are processed and released all at once without a court date. Scenes like these that you're seeing right now are playing out across several border towns, migrants in shackles and boarding buses. So how is Customs and Border Patrol keeping track of them once they're taken by those buses someplace inside the country? And how are they keeping track of what items are being brought over as well? Correspondent Allie Bradley is at the border in Brownsville, Texas. And Allie, Customs and Border Protection say they intercepted a dangerous device at the border today.
Yeah, you're exactly right here, Elizabeth. With most Border Patrol agents out of the field for transport and processing in these busy sectors, CBP is authorizing those mass releases. And this as agents are off of the field, but officers along the border at ports of entry are the ones holding the line. An improvised explosive device bound for the United States intercepted. Customs and Border Protection finding this IED in a truck during secondary inspections over the weekend at the Douglas, Arizona port of entry. The device was made using a mini M&M's candy container with black electrical tape, and wires could be seen protruding from the container. Law enforcement tell me they're stretched thin, and they're worried about what is getting through the holes right now. This as uncertainty continues to swirl about what enforcement will look like when Title 42 ends.
What this administration is doing is facilitating these people to come into the United States in different parts of the country, and at the same time providing almost, you could say, a blanket type of amnesty for these individuals.
Unprecedented migrant encounter numbers being reported. More than 10,000 people were apprehended every day this week. The past 6 days, nearly doubling daily averages from January, February, and March of this year. In El Paso, migrants in shackles can be seen being expelled back to their home countries. But with more than 26,000 migrants in CBP custody, many busy sectors are authorizing mass releases using what they call parole. Individuals processed and released without a court date or notice to appear and are told to report to an ICE office within 60 days to, quote, initiate removal proceedings. CBP is struggling to manage the influx in certain regions. Aid workers in San Diego handing out sandwiches in between slabs of the border wall.
The red to the red.
They say these migrants have been stranded for days without food or water, waiting to be processed. But some say a better life is worth the risk.
We still don't understand Title 42. Hopefully it will be easier for the migrant, because at the moment it is very difficult.
Now, come tonight at midnight, Title 8 is supposed to be the premier removal authority that is used by the administration. So we'll see what that looks like, Elizabeth. But right now it is in place. And most people, when they're put in Title 8 removal proceedings, they're given that NTA and they have about 2 to 5 years before they'll see a judge. Now, when it comes to that IED, I did reach out to HSI, who is the investigating agency, asking them more about who that person was, what their intent was, where they were headed. But, Elizabeth, I have not yet heard back.
There's a lot going on down there on that border. Allie, thank you so much for being there to tell us.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.